up, cyberpunks and retro nerds? Welcome back to another episode of Neon Trash. You got Johnny Rocket along with Tommy the Hammer. We are tipping back a few here. It is the first Friday of summer vacay for this guy. And I don't know, given our current political climate, I thought, what the heck, let's watch Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. I haven't seen this since probably like high school when my dad showed it to me, and I just remember it being zany and wacky for how like serious of a topic it is.
Without further ado, let's get on with the trailer. Peep that shit,
folks.
When we get back, we're gonna know our opinions on Dr. Strangelove.
Or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. Subtitle.
Attack!
Russia. Oh. Base.
10 females to each male.
Coca-Cola machine.
Fluids.
The Doomsday Machine.
Blast off!
Where's my shorts?
Where's the bathroom?
Buck, should I get it?
On the hotline.
Dr. Strangelove.
Or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and
Love the bomb. A moving picture.
I first became aware of it, Mandrake, during the physical act of love.
Well, here we are. We just wrapped up Stanley Kubrick's Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. What a hell of a film this is. A tour de force of acting and bravado. Peter Sellers steals the show, without a doubt, with 3 roles. I mean, the man fucking kills it. But not just Peter Sellers. I mean, George C. Scott nails it. And then, of course, we have a young James Earl Jones.
In the intro, I hadn't seen it since I think my father showed this to me when I was in high school, just because, I mean, I know he's a big fan of Peter Sellers, and, he's a fan of Kubrick films, so he was just, probably more about, the humor of things and just, taking such a serious topic like nuclear annihilation and, like, having some fun with it. It's like, just the absurdity of that is just kind of, that's right in the old man's wheelhouse as far as humor goes. I remember going, oh, at the very end, I was like, oh, yeah, that's it, that's the end. And Dad was like, yeah.
The annihilation of our species.
Well, and to think that it could come that easily, and that was a big fear back in the day, is that Russia did have some kind of device. There was always the counter-strike programs that, if they strike us, well then, our bombs are automatically going to trigger, our missiles are going to trigger to bomb them, and vice versa. Like, if we attack them, they got, counter-attack, and that kind of what kept things at bay was the fear that each side had some automatic counter-strike device that it was mutually assured destruction, right? Yeah. That's what the thing was, and that's what kind of kept everybody's finger away from the button.
Today we're still kind of dealing with this type of thing, where it's like, who's got the bigger missile, what I'm saying? Who's got more power, and when you've got, people like, presidents and political figures and war generals all putting their input into the pool with their own ideology,
Right, it only takes one of these nutcases to pull a General Red Ripper and order the strike, and I mean, luckily this movie actually like changed some policies within government to like source something like this like couldn't happen, and like
Right.
we're going to send these bombers out in Iran, and now we can't communicate with them anymore. They're just going to do their mission and to make sure that they don't get any miscommunication or false information from the enemy, that they're just not going to be able to receive any information. They're just going to go bomb. It's like, thank God. Oh man, star count for a film of this caliber. I mean,
yeah.
This is one of those that's up there where it's just a wonderful piece of American cinematographic history. This is this is American film art, and who am I to criticize art like this? I mean, could I nitpick things like, some of the blue screen looks a little, a little
Old school?
Yeah, it may be showing its age a little bit there, but I mean, that's like picking the tiniest of nits. Like the acting, this is incredible.
Yes.
Like all our sets were amazing in this.
Yes.
The whole pacing of the overall movie is incredible. The acting is incredible. Like I can't get this any less than 10 stars, dude. This is just a wonderful film. I remember I've had this movie kicking around in my brain ever since I first watched it, 30 years ago or ish. I was happy to find another copy of it, and I knew I was like, man, I'm going to bring this over.
For me, I'm going to cut right to the chase. I'm with John here. This is a 10 out of 10. I'm not going to pretend that I understood everything about it when I was growing up, because
No, absolutely not.
I did. My dad, of course, showed me this at a very young age, and I think he was trying to set the stage for movies that challenged me, that took a second or third viewing, and you would want to revisit it maybe 3, 4, 5 years down the line, and what was that all about type of thing, go back to it and you watch it and you're like, here we are. And I gotta say, as we're watching the film, Peter Sellers here, I understand now why my dad held the man in such high esteem. I got it when I was a kid with the Pink Panther films that he would do, because he was funny and those were lighthearted, and it's a good time. But with this challenges you. It challenges your political beliefs, and it takes you to that precipice as a movie watcher, right?
We watch everything on this channel.
We do.
We do.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's going to go that way. I mean,
You get a little
sometimes
serious.
Sometimes it's silly, other times it's serious, but at the end of the day, I hope we've been informative, y'all.
Until the next time, tune in to Neon Trash. How do you drink all this?
Yeah, drink all this too. There we go.
Okay.